PCGaming. Let's see. Fantastic audio. I don't know why you guys don't like ear pain. Yeah, you know, how I start my day is breakfast and that, so that I can have a headache all day. PCGaming is going to have 20 different developers, and I'm going to run through developers one at a time, and just, if you know the developer, say something, otherwise we'll come back around for them. Or publisher, they're probably both. Like Chucklefish. Chucklefish is a publisher. For like, I know Wargroove, they had that, like 2 games after Wargroove though, recently. Do you guys remember what they were?
After Wargroove? I have no idea. I know Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley as well, yeah. So anyways, yeah, so, Ewin. Do we know an Ewin?
Nope.
Calling an Ewin to the front of the store. Frontier.
I want to say I'm familiar with Frontier. I want to say that's Planet Coaster and Elite Dangerous and all that, but
It might be.
100%.
What about Funcom?
No idea.
Funcom, Mutant Year Zero.
Huh. Paradox Interactive is the
Bunch of stuff.
RTS mech game. What was it called? Mech.
I don't know. Paradox Interactive is a lot of things, though. They got Crusader Kings, Stellaris. Endless Space.
What's the game I'm thinking of?
I don't know.
I can't sleep at night unless I figure this out. Hold on.
To Steam.
It's in the MechWarrior
Paradox.
universe. Well, and now I've stumbled onto a couple of new options of games, but Iron Harvest, not Mech Commander.
BattleTech?
Oh wait, BattleTech. Also, I'm thinking of Piranha. Oh no, yeah, Piranha's actual Mech Warrior. This is, yeah, BattleTech. BattleTech is Paradox, yeah.
Okay. We
Piranha,
figured it out.
Piranha
We did it.
is the other Mech Warrior dev, but they're not here. Perfect World Entertainment.
MMOs and stuff.
Huh.
China, I think, right? Like,
Maybe.
wouldn't that be? No, that's Nexon for Maple Story. I forget which games exactly, but like MMO type stuff I remember.
Yeah, let me. The Neverwinter, I remember that one, the 2013 one. So, Werewolf the Apocalypse said they would be here too. Who's that? Is that something tied to Bloodlines as well? Bloodlines is Paradox, so that'll probably be here in some way, maybe. But BattleTech does have
they confirmed Bloodlines would be here.
BattleTech does have like DLC, I think just came out or is coming out, so that's why I mentioned that too. Rebellion.
Rebellion sounds familiar, but I don't remember why.
They made like the old Alien games. I don't know what they've worked on recently though.
Guess we'll find out. Tripwire Interactive.
Killing Floor.
Nice.
I need to go to the bathroom. Be right back.
All right. Annapurna Interactive.
12 minutes.
Oh yeah. Neat. We'll see more of that maybe.
There's other games they've made, I just can't remember on top of my head.
Werewolf Link to Bloodlines because they were both in the World of Darkness. Oh, I get you. Okay. Chucklefish, which was outside of Wargroove or after Wargroove Forget what the name of the game was called. Pathway. It was Pathway. Was their latest game. They might announce something brand new. What's this Time Spinner game that just popped up? Tripwire could also have something with Rising Storm Vietnam news. Damn, I'm behind. I'll just let the conference inform me on those things. Digital Extremes sounds familiar.
I should know this. I recognize the name.
Starbound was another title, yeah. Is that Warframe? Because it looks like Warframe. Yeah, that's Warframe. Digital Extremes.
Okay, yeah.
They were here last year. They had their big announcement last year, I think. Or was that at TennoCon or whatever? Yeah, Warframe. I think Warframe had big news last year, but so we'll see how Wargroove evolves more. Digital Uppercut. TennoCon is in a week or two. That's why I associate it with E3 because it's so close. Anything cool in the VR show? There was the comfy like farming game or whatever. And I only remember it because it was comfy. But that show is still going on. The VR show is going on for 75 minutes, so we had to cut it early. Digital Uppercut has some visually cool looking games. So I will let them present themselves at that if we don't know anything they've done before. Space battles. What, for Warframe? That'd be cool. Fat Shark.
Vermintide.
Nice. Fellow Traveler. Oh, what about Fat Shark?
They're probably announcing the Vermintide 2 DLC. So I know they announced it a while back, but I don't think they've expanded on it. So they'll probably announce the release date.
I wonder how long this conference is gonna be.
Hopefully only 2 hours.
What did Pop miss? Just real quick, if you have anything else to add. Annapurna?
No. I know they do a handful of things, but
Digital Extremes.
No idea who.
That's their Warframe.
Oh, don't care. Sorry.
Digital Uppercut.
No idea.
And Fat Shark. Which is Vermintide,
Vermintide, like Steven said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Steven?
I was gonna say, what's the name of the studio again? Annapurna?
Annapurna, yes. Annapurna Interactive.
Okay. I was just gonna quick search up what other games they've done, because I know they've done... I recognize their name in a lot of games. I just want to find the list of it again.
Annapurna's multimedia. They have like movies
Yeah.
and stuff too.
Yeah, they've
Really?
done...
Donut Country.
What Remains of Edith Finch, Flower, Donut Country, Gone Home, Ashen,
Yeah.
Help to the Port of Journey.
Yeah, their name, definitely. Okay, Fellow Traveler. No one knows him.
Nope.
Don't remember the name.
It's a really hard name to look up, I'll tell you that. And, okay, don't go to their website, because Chrome will stop you from going to their website. Alright, Modus Games.
That's that mech game. What was it called? The one we played the beta of.
Oh, Mech. Override Mech City Brawl.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's been doing pretty well. They've taken off since we put their game on the map. And we didn't even get we didn't even get the real game. Raw Fury.
Lots of indie titles like
Bad,
Kingdom
yeah.
or whatever.
Bad North, Goner. Kingdom Two Crowns.
And Relogic is the last one.
Terraria?
Oh, really?
I think Relogic was Terraria.
You know what? I think they are. Do they do anything
Let me
else
double
though?
check.
We're not getting Terraria 2 this E3, are we?
I
After
think
all
they
the...
canceled the other Terraria game that was planned. And yeah, this is
Oh shit.
Terraria.
Oh, they have 2 other games I see on their website.
One from 2 years ago. Don't know what this is.
Also, just as a reminder for your PC gaming show, it does have low latency.
Okay, so be sure to turn that off.
Yup, already made sure mine was off.
Alright, I don't have expectations for Terraria 2, but if Terraria 2 is somehow here, that'd be fucking awesome.
Now we wait 2 minutes for PC Gamer Presents PC Gaming Show powered by Store.
Is that literally what it says? Hold on, let me. What's the Twitch channel?
PC Gamer.
PC Gamer.
PC Gamer.
Oh, they've got the if you're new here, you can say hello thing turned on. God damn it.
You are a demon. Get thee behind me, foul
Okay,
fiend.
1080p, low latency off. Have to watch the ad again because I set a setting.
Demon. Get thee behind me, foul fiend. After you.
This movie only looks like it would get my attention because of David Tennant.
Oh, what thing? Good Omens.
Yeah, Good Omens.
I've only heard good things about that show.
Oh yeah, it's not a
I
movie.
saw
it's
some
a
ads
show.
and it looked really like cheap looking.
Oh yeah, if you crop it, it would say store.
Yeah.
PC Gaming Show Epic, powered by Store.
Yeah.
I'm gonna crop it. Not on stream.
PC Gaming showing Epic Games powered by Store. I fixed.
You can get groceries. Stop advertising my free loot. Get out of here.
Here we go.
I gotta turn it up.
This is the PC
no, I don't.
Gaming Show, a celebration of the most vibrant gaming platform. For the next 2 hours, you'll see
2
all
hours?
gameplay
Shit.
footage, trailers, and interviews. Taking
Oh
the
man, they're
stage
going
today
over limited
are
run.
First gameplay footage for Vampire
No, they're not.
Masquerade,
They're
Oh,
going
then-
right into
Bloodlines
limited run.
2,
Oh, not?
Borderlands 3,
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's,
good. Perfect.
Evil Genius 2,
Yeah, I mean, assuming they don't go over, but
Fantastic.
Last Oasis,
you may miss one little
2
thing.
new
Who
games
knows?
from Coffee Stain Studios, Griftlands.
Griftlands sounds familiar. I don't remember who makes that.
What's next?
I know something that caught my eye before.
What's next for Terraria?
From the
Ooh.
ashes. Mosaic,
Is Cheat on? No, Cheat's not on. Cheat's at work.
Baldur's Gate.
Tell
3,
Omnio. Is Omnio paying
Shenmue
attention?
3, the reveal of Unexplored 2.
That'd be cool. Terraria gets like a big update after how many years?
Wonders, Planetfall, and more. And now your PC Gaming Show hosts, Day 9 and Frankie Ward.
I'm glad they brought back Frankie Ward this year.
Yes!
But where the fuck is Drake the Duck?
Gentlemen, welcome to
Oh, that's a good
the
show
PC
title. I'm
Gaming Show!
patenting that.
Yeah!
Where the
Yes.
fuck is Drake the Duck?
We're so happy you're here today. We have a great show for you lined up. We got 30 games that we're going to be showing off. 30. Some of them will be updates to existing franchises and titles. Others will be exclusive world first looks. Y'all ready? Well, I first want to thank our sponsors for helping make this event possible. Without their support, this event would not happen each year. So thank you so much. Thanks to you for coming out. It's 10 a.m. in Los Angeles. Happy Monday, everyone. Best day of the week. Hello to all of you up in the balcony. And of course, thanks to you tuning in live for from all over the internet, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, wherever you're tuning in from, welcome.
Facebook.
We're happy to have you. My
It's
name
pretty
is
cool
Day
that they
9.
were
I'm one of
finally
your
allowed
hosts for
on
this
the
event.
stage.
Joining me is the fantastic Frankie Ward.
Hello.
Last year, frankly, was only allowed in the high seats.
balcony.
Yeah, the balcony.
Whatever platform you're watching on,
With
we
Drake.
are going to be pulling your clever comments. Just remember
I haven't
that.
been watching it, but I know she's been hosting a lot of
From Twitch,
CS:GO
Twitter,
stuff
YouTube,
recently.
and
She's a good
Facebook throughout
host.
the show,
She
making
needs
you
to be in more
famous
places.
on the internet, on the screen. We're going to be
Yeah, she
sharing
did
them
good
live.
last year as well.
And one of the things we're especially looking for are your questions for the Borderlands 3 team, because Sean, you've got a mission to put their questions to the developers later.
That's right. Midway through this show, I'm going to be asking those questions.
It's literally
to the creator
cropped
of
by
Borderlands
itself
3.
at the
Use
top.
hashtag PCGaming Show.
Powered by Store.
Yes.
Until then, let's start the PC Gaming Show with our very first title from UK developer Rebellion. Several years ago, they announced that they were working on the follow-up to Evil Genius, a real-time evil layer simulator.
And now, Rebellion is ready to reveal its nefarious vision for the project. So, PC Gaming Show, who's ready to stroke a cat menacingly? Here is the world exclusive reveal for Evil Genius 2 World Domination.
World exclusive.
Ah, fuck you, Mars.
Where did that come from?
World exclusive.
Oh. Neat, I like building things.
Oh my god.
I'll live without the art style, but I like building things.
He's been caught.
Oh man, is this gonna be like invading other people's mother bases in MGS5? That'd be sick. If it's almost like oh, this is a sequel to a game. Sorry, I don't know what Evil Genius 1 was like.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 is the successor to one of the most beloved RPGs ever. And with me to talk about it, I have Brian Mitsoda and Cara Ellison from Hardsuit Labs. Now, Brian, you were a writer on the very first game, so what does it mean for you to finally get to work on the sequel?
I'll be right back real quick.
A lot of people have very high expectations, and we have to meet those.
Well, let's take a look at whether you are going to meet them, because we are going to take a look at the world's first gameplay footage.
Gameplay footage of this. Hell yeah.
I guess I have to be the one to tell you. You're dead.
Oh,
Nice.
tell me something I don't know.
You're obviously new to this whole existence, but truth is, most of you types won't even make it a whole year. We have one rule. You don't break the masquerade.
The city. We're all fighting over scraps here.
Welcome to the first day of the rest of your death. Having fun yet?
That didn't show much.
2020. Nope, not really.
Guys, what does it mean to be a vampire in this world?
So in the Empire, what it is, it's kind of a darker version of our world, and the vampires kind of need to keep their
I'm back.
presence secret from humanity. So
Welcome back.
the vampires are kind of staying hidden in the shadows while also
They showed
needing to be
gameplay
on
of
the game
Vampire
kind of
the
manipulate
Masquerade
this,
Bloodlines too,
in
but
order
didn't
to
really
Missed
show
that,
much.
but I saw the Windows release window.
Flashback to last year's show.
So that's
Cara,
dope.
It's not just
That
a case,
was
though, of
that's been known
sucking
though.
blood and filling up your
Oh, it
health
was?
meter.
Oh,
It's actually
okay.
different types of blood do different
Yeah.
things.
That's right.
I
That
think they
wasn't
added more
gameplay?
specific earlier was Mark.
Essentially,
The Spaghetto says that
vampires,
wasn't
can
gameplay.
kind
So
of,
It
like,
looked like it was just
see
an
the
engine.
emotional resonance of human
okay,
beings,
okay.
like fear or desire, and then they can feed on those people to like feel the same things as human beings do, to feel more kind of alive. And that can give you like extra boosts in the game.
And there were some really interesting characters.
Pre-alpha
in the
gameplay
game.
feature.
What kind of
here.
relationships are we going to be forming with them as the player?
Well,
How do you vote?
very,
That's a good question.
Fragile, very
It's probably a Twitch
relationships,
extension.
very
Yeah, yeah.
mature relationships, so it's going to be a fun time.
And one thing that was really intriguing to me when I was learning about this game is you don't just get bitten and turn into Nosferatu,
In the official
Dracula,
stream,
or
you
Brad
just do the
Pitt. And to
hashtag.
be honest, I think
Hashtag in the letter it shows on screen.
the game, 'cause
Oh.
you're definitely playing it. You actually have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
adjust
yeah.
to your environment to becoming a vampire, Zara.
That's right. So essentially, in
Just type
the
it in
game,
chat, and
when
it
you were
reads
made
it.
as a
One of
vampire,
those things.
sort of very young vampire, a lot of other vampires are made at the same time, in this thing called the mass embrace, and that means that essentially they're having a less lucky time than you in the world. You're having a relatively good time compared to them because they don't know what they're doing. They're going through vampire puberty on their own, and you might have a family, you might have, say, a wife and children.
Don't really want to know how messy a
you're
vampire
already
puberty is.
objecting to drinking blood to survive, and so you might have a less good time, let's say.
How many
than
tampons do you think they
players
use?
having. So you can find
Yeah,
them
Spaghetto's right. They're just playing the gameplay in the
Brian,
background.
The first game came out in 2004. You've been waiting 15 years for this. Any pressure?
15 years to watch gameplay on the screen behind them.
Yeah, we're going to make it worth it.
Well, you know what? I think there are people around the world watching this, and of course the audience here, and they all can't wait to play this game. Can you wait, guys?
We already had that bingo spot, but now we really have that bingo
So I
spot.
think you've convinced everyone.
Woo,
now.
isn't it
When
yes
are we
or
gonna be
no?
able to play the game?
We're going Q1 next year.
Fantastic. And when can we learn more?
Bloodlines2.com.
Thank you so much, Brian and Cara. Good luck. Give it up, guys. Thank you so much. Now, have you ever wanted to play Dwarf Fortress in space? Starmancer is a space station sim from Ominux Games and Chucklefish. After a catastrophe on Earth,
Chucklefish.
humanity has launched a desperate attempt to find refuge among the stars. Your task is to manage a colony capable of sustaining life, crafting components, controlling colonists, and sending out crews to mine asteroids. But when you're living in space, there can be big consequences for even the smallest mistakes. Let's take a look at the brand new gameplay for Starmancer.
Is it gonna have that same style as like the game I already forgot and Wargroove?
Maybe.
No, it does not. Oh, well, it's still, yeah.
This looks cool.
That's a lot of styles.
That's pretty cool if you can try it.
It reminds me of FTL.
They're being invaded.
It's a lot like FTL, right? I didn't play a lot of it, but it seems that.
This seems a little bit more complex in theory.
Hmm.
Because this is also like a management, like sim. Like yeah, there was management in FTL, but Starman, get beta.
Our next guests both started as modders, and now they each independently run their own studio. Let's welcome to the stage, from Tripwire, John Gibson, and from Torn Banner, Steve Piggott.
Hey, Sean.
Now I understand both of you started as modders, working independently, running your own studios. Talk to me about the collaboration that you started together.
Yeah, Steve. So we've known the Torn Banner guys for a long time, even giving them some advice when they were modders, going commercial, helping them not make the mistakes that we made. And we've been friends, and we've always wanted to work together. And now we've sort of formed this independent, former mod team, professional super group to get an awesome game out to fans.
Yeah, and for us, this is a dream partnership as well. We've always been really close with Tripwire, and we really respect their games. We see them as one of the few studios that's bringing true innovation to the FPS genre, and that's what we're all about as well.
Well, let's take a look at this upcoming collaboration between Torn Banner and Tripwire.
Chivalry 2 already exists, right? Or
Mordhau.
Like, did the title just announce the game?
You go first. It's your chicken.
The lower third really just announced the game before the trailer, huh?
Yeah.
Amazing.
I can't believe the subtitles are spoiling.
Again. Yeah, they got competition now with Mordhau. Chivalry 2, yeah.
Chivalry 2.
As we saw in the lower third a bit ago. Well, I think I'll stick to Mordhau.
Well, that guy's dead.
Oh, talk to me about Chivalry 2, Steve.
Well, Chivalry 2 is about bringing players into their favorite medieval movie battle scenes. And our flagship game mode, Team Objective, does that by having players complete medieval objectives like sieging castles, raiding villages, and
yeah, pegs it. Let's go.
You're not just going and standing in an area and then a bar fills up. You're, like you said, burning houses, killing peasants, you know.
Yeah.
Playing as peasants, getting killed.
It's really about letting the player experience every iconic moment.
How did a vote disappear?
And on top of that, this time around, we've increased the player count scale to about 2.5 times what the previous game was, the 64 players. And on top of that increased scale, we've added horses, which really allows us to add a lot of drama to the game and bring experiences like the Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones.
Don't worry, we'll ignore the last season. Just Battle of the Bastards is going to be in the game.
Yes.
All right, so I want to ask about the swordplay element to Chivalry 2. I mean, I know it's a really critical element.
They made a Game of
this time
Thrones
around,
joke.
we've completely revamped. I mean, we really view what we're doing here as bringing a true sequel in every sense.
Yeah.
We've attempted to
Dogs are
completely
barking.
revamp the
Stand, see
combat,
what's up.
movement, and animation systems so that every swing, every action
I think
of
it's the cat
combat
again.
feels readable and fair, and also has the satisfaction of and the weight that you would expect when two medieval knights in full armor are clashing.
Yeah, and it's very, very fluid and much more accessible than the previous game. And it's, you know, the pace is so much quicker. It was what I really enjoy when I'm playing it.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about the fluidity, because in a lot of melee combat games, you hit a button and there's like a full animation swing and then you sort of reset. So it's kind of these discrete, chunky times. I understand that in Chivalry 2, the swordplay operates differently than that.
Yeah, we kind of think of it like when you're swimming, where you're kind of constantly using both arms at the same time. And a core part of our focus.
Why would you pull that comment from Twitch chat, Minesweeper Battle Royale?
Like 1-on-3, 1-on-4 situation.
Exactly, because that's fundamentally
that's
part
good.
of becoming the ultimate warrior fantasy and achieving glory on the battlefield.
Shenmue Pog.
Well, I mean, I have to ask, we're talking about sword
Planet
play
Zoo, hell
mastery,
yeah.
but the original Chivalry, I mean, it's kind of like silly fun. Like, how do you balance the mastery with the fun element?
Yeah, our goal has always been to make it so that players can take the game as seriously as they want to and also as silly as they want to. We know that probably about half our audience plays the game drunk, and we love that.
At least half.
Fair enough.
That's an important metric to track.
And the game has a huge influence from Monty Python as well.
Anyone
and
else
the
taking
over-the-top
finals
voiceovers
right
and the
now?
role-playing opportunities.
Go to class,
The game is
shit.
genuinely hilarious. As an example, you can beat a man with a chicken while quoting Shakespeare.
Like picking up a chicken as a
Farming Simulator Battle Royale.
Excellent. Well, I mean, I have to ask, when can people get their hands on Chivalry 2?
So Chivalry 2 is coming out early 2020, and it's coming first to the Epic Games Store.
Oh, look forward to checking it out in early 2020. Gentlemen, John Gibson and Steve Piggott with Chivalry 2. Thank you so much.
Well,
all right.
We are just getting
the
started
chat
here at the
instantly
PC
is like,
Gaming Show.
boo.
Let's take a look at what's coming up next.
Anyway, next game.
You're watching the PC Gaming Show.
Yes, I am.
Coming up, build a world for wildlife in Planet Zoo. From the creators of Darksiders, Remnant from the Ashes, Baldur's
wow.
Gate 3, and more trailers, interviews, and gameplay footage.
Neat.
Black Ops.
Blip blop. This is cookie cutter. Oh no.
I can't believe it's Black Mirror.
Oh no, it's worse. It's social commentary. It's traffic circles. Those things start tornadoes, you know. It's cookie cutter. Yeah.
That was a brand new
Cookie
trailer for
clicker,
Mosaic,
sorry,
a
cookie
dark and
clicker.
atmospheric adventure game coming later this year from developer Killbyte and publisher Raw Fury. So how are you guys enjoying it so far? There's been some swords, some space
He's back in the
stations,
balcony.
activity. We're listening to your reactions to the PC Gaming Show throughout the entire broadcast, no matter what platform you're watching and ranting on, so keep them coming. Our next game is a ghost-themed multiplayer hide-and-seek game inspired by a popular mod. Charge up your proton packs and get ready for Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Traffic circles are the new crop circles. Yes. 100%.
When the night falls,
You ready to hunt down ghosts?
there's only you.
In Luigi's Mansion 3, Darker Moon.
Wish. Oh no, this is just prop hunt, isn't it?
You can count on me.
I think that'd be cool. Taking this approach to it would be more balanced.
It'll make you feel brand new.
It's the Nathan for You episode about ghosts.
That ghost is dead.
It-
Oh no, it's the chair. Can they attack?
Yeah.
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 Okay, I'm for it. It's not just prop hunt.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Yeah.
There's the twist. Hell yeah.
Oh my god. It's prop
See,
hunt.
these guys knew what they were doing with their
It's-
trailer.
It's prop hunter hunt. Oh, it's
Sign up for the beta.
I don't want to make another guess.
I'm gonna wait to to the beta after the
Oh, that was
thing.
still the
That's
thing.
why we're gonna
Okay.
get hammered.
Joining me on the stage to talk about Midnight Ghost Hunt is the dynamic one-man team. Creative director,
One-man
programmer,
team.
designer, it's Sam Malone.
Thank you for having me.
Sam, please tell us what is going on in that. What is Midnight Ghost Hunt all about?
So Midnight Ghost Hunt is a multiplayer ghost hunting hide-and-seek game. You can play either as ghosts or ghost hunters, like a 4v4 format.
I see.
The ghosts can hide inside average everyday objects around the haunted house. The goal is to look like harmless furniture, but on the inside, they're not so harmless ghosts as you saw.
Yeah, and if
Yeah,
I'm
they're
understanding
gamers.
correctly, it's not about hiding as a lamp. to try to assault and take out a hunter. It's actually, you would do that so that way you can keep running away and continue to hide.
Exactly. So the main objective of the ghosts is to try to stay hidden as long as they can until the time runs out, until the clock strikes midnight. Midnight being kind of the hour of the ghosts, basically. They can fight back if they like, but in general, they want to try to hide. But if there's a hunter kind of off by himself, he can quickly just hit him in the back of the head and knock him out real quick, and he has less hunters to deal with at that point.
See. Well, what's the identity of the hunters? I mean, we've been seeing furniture flying all over the place. What are the hunters doing?
So the hunters, it kind of can be divided into two different segments. The first part of the game is kind of almost like a detective game because they're sort of trying to figure out where the ghosts are hiding because it's not really obvious at first glance. So they've got gadgets like a footprint tracker, they've got like a radar like you saw, to try to narrow down where in the haunted house these ghosts are hiding, basically. As soon as the first ghost is found, though, it starts getting a bit more chaotic. There's ragdolls flying everywhere, and they
Wait, does that make a possessed chair a gamer chair?
So those are kind of the two
aspects. DX Racers are pretty cursed anyway, so yeah.
Inspiration for Midnight Ghost Hunt. I understand it's based
Damn.
on Gary's mod called Prop Hunt.
Right. So that's definitely a big inspiration, but the big twist for us is that the props fight back. You saw the furniture, they hurl themselves at you, they knock you out, they send you flying. So it kind of almost becomes like this action hide-and-seek sort of mashup. You have a reason to be a little bit afraid of the things that you're hunting. So that changes up the dynamic a good amount, I think.
And I want to ask about when
Have you seen a ghost? Yes, better. Yeah, there we go.
We didn't see what happens then. What's going on?
So midnight, if even one ghost survives 4 minutes into the match, then you hear this ominous grandfather clock chime across the map. All the lights will actually flicker out. It'll get really dark and scary, and all of the ghosts that were destroyed actually return as vengeful spirits. They're a lot more powerful than before, and they glow a very brilliant red. So at this point, the tables have turned. The hunters are now the hunted, and they just need to try to work together to stay alive long enough for their evac to come, which is another 4 minutes or so. Usually the ghosts.
So there's different objectives depending on how long the game goes on for. That's cool.
Yeah, usually because the ghosts are so overpowered at midnight.
Yeah.
The hunters are doing whatever they can to try to prevent midnight from even occurring by destroying all of the ghosts.
Can't believe if you fuck up so hard, you just have to bail and let the ghost own the place.
Chance to try out Midnight Ghost Hunt.
So we'll be running an alpha event later in the summer. You can sign up at midnightghosthunt.com. I'd also like
I
to
hope
give a shout out
Luigi's
to our
Mansion
Discord,
3 can up its game in multiplayer.
discord.gg/midnightghosthunt. Later in the summer, we'll be giving out keys on our Discord as well as on our main website.
Well, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Malone from Vaulted Sky Games.
Their Discord is already getting hammered.
Yeah, the sites are
their
just
email subscriber thing is also down.
Frankie, this
Yup.
is a sequel.
You do
We'll just go back to it later. I tried the email part and it just wouldn't load.
It's a big sequel to a small indie game. Unexplored 2 is a procedural adventure, a roguelike that challenges you to fight, to be clever, and to solve its
You
mysteries.
can see them on the stage,
Explore a
like,
beautiful world,
yeah, you're
engage
done.
with its
Let's go.
creatures, and befriend its people. Search for magic lakes and ancient statues until you die. And die again. This is Unexplored 2.
Shadows.
Die twice. This is the power of RTX. I'm underselling it. This is really pretty.
Absolutely annihilated.
You're
You
dead.
didn't even try.
But you missed
Oh,
quite
you
a
can take
lot.
different path.
They've been going game to game. What you haven't missed, though, is quote-unquote what's next for Terraria.
Yeah, I'm curious what that's gonna be. That's a giant head.
One of the biggest bang for your buck that you can get when building a new rig is investing in a new monitor. And here to talk about a groundbreaking new display is Samsung's Dean Dalcero. Welcome, Dean.
I think now's
What
a good
you
time
got
to
for
refresh
us?
my drink. I ain't getting no monitor anytime soon.
Go for it.
Well, let's take a look.
Maybe they should turn up Dean's mic a bit.
They should have.
Oh shit, sorry guys, I didn't realize how loud it'd be. I want ultra
It's
wide.
just an ad for a monitor.
Yeah. Next monitor I consider is probably going to be ultra wide for productivity's sake. But that shit costs money and is not a necessity, so
Yeah.
I'll live. I got 144 hertz, I'm good. I could barely use that anymore.
We've seen the video.
Depending on games.
And I gotta start asking, talk to me about some of those juicy features and specs.
So it's a 240 hertz curved gaming panel. We believe it's the world's first. So you have lag-free and tear-free performance. And we think that the curve, it's 1500 art radius, is going to be a very immersive experience that you wouldn't get from a traditional flat panel.
And I wanted to ask a little bit about some of the color specs.
Sure, it's a 3000:1 contrast ratio, so you get those deeper blacks, brighter whites, and hopefully you'll see your enemies first before they see you in the dark scenes.
Yeah, and I understand it also has G-Sync. I saw that flash up on the screen as well.
First G-Sync compatible monitor, so we're super excited about that.
Well, since this is the PC Gaming show and we're showing off a huge variety of games here, what are the types of games that you would expect that 240 hertz refresh rate and the G-Sync to work well with?
Sure, so we think everybody's going to appreciate the speed and the performance, but ultimately, esports first-person shooters are really going to benefit.
Right. Well, of course, I have to ask, not just when is it available, but what type of cost are we talking?
Sure, so it'll be available in mid-July for under $400 for a 27-inch panel. So it expands our gaming lineup.
Surprisingly decent price.
Yeah. Because when you said 400, I mean, that's the 27-inch is the $400 mark. Wow.
Yeah, so our gaming lineup will be expanded to 8 models, ranging from 24 all the way up to a 49-inch dual QHD. Check out samsung.com/gaming240 or see us in the back of the room for more info.
Imagine walking into someone's living room and
go there for it.
Their TV is a fucking curved TV.
It's not 4K.
Not for that price point.
That's so curved seems like a
I wanna
more
let you know that we have all sorts of great presentations and games
computer
coming up.
setup.
Let's look at what's coming up in the PC Gaming show.
But boy, would it be funny if it wasn't.
Stay tuned for more announcements, trailers, and never-before-seen footage, including Gearbox answers.
You ever
burning
walk into someone's
questions
living
about
room and they have a
Borderlands 3,
dual TV setup?
The next game from Clay Entertainment.
Like dual monitors, but
Get
on
ready
like
to rip
two.
the galaxy a new
What is it?
wormhole in Valfaris.
Valfaris.
And
That was the
more.
one game from someone. I already forgot. I'm sorry. Anyways.
And now the PC Gaming Show presents What's Next from Funcom.
Funcom.
Probably Mutant Year Zero DLC.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for the warm applause. It's very exciting for all of us at Funcom to be here at the PC Gaming Show for the very first time ever.
The fuck was that?
And naturally, we would like to
someone's
show
mic hasn't
some
been
of the
turned
cool
off.
stuff that we've been working on. So, without further ado, here
like
are some
something
of the
falling.
games coming for 2019.
Something strange is going on all across the zone. I don't fear nothing until now.
Mutant Year Zero is quite a fun game. I need to get around to playing that again at some point.
A lot's happened since you've been traveling, Khan. We could use your skills.
Stalkers got each other's backs, right? What happens to you happens to me.
Oh yeah, this is the duck game. Oh, that's not duck game.
Whoa.
That's Conan.
That's already been out.
Yeah, it's already come out apparently.
I didn't look at the date until now. This isn't out.
That's something.
Who would have thought?
Humanoid kraken.
Off to fly among the stars.
Cool.
Please welcome to the stage, founder and director of Mighty Kingdom, Philip Mays.
Talking Moments of Madness, I guess.
So yeah, at Funcom we've been doing our own games for over 26 years now. But recently we had the great pleasure to be working with some other very talented developers and help them publish their games. And on that note, I'd like to introduce Phil Mays. He is founder of Mighty Kingdom, a studio out of Australia, who has been working with us on something a little different.
Thank you, Natasha. So on April 1st this year, we put out a little trailer for something called Conan Chop Chop. And considering the date, it was perhaps no surprise that people decided that that was an April Fool's joke. So yeah, we have a little surprise for you. Check this out.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Can't believe it's just gonna be Conan cutting the grass.
It'll be Fruit Ninja, isn't it?
What the fuck?
It's kind of fun, actually. Did the Conan license recently become public domain? I don't think so, but
I think these guys just have it.
maybe they just, yeah.
Conan Chop Chop, okay.
So there you have it, Conan Chop Chop. It's a roguelike action-adventure game. It's very real, and it's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch on September the 3rd this year. It's 2019. We also have a playable version here at E3 at our demo room, so if you want to give stick figure Conan a try, then please don't hesitate to drop by. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay then.
Last Oasis is a nomadic survival game set in a post-apocalyptic
Yes,
future
Paradox has
where
the
Earth stops
license.
rotating. The last humans need to outrun the blazing sun in massive open-world environments. Good times. But cheer up, sunshine. This is one of the most original-looking multiplayers we've seen, with interesting ideas underneath. A player-driven economy and some
Oh no, player-driven economy.
death machines. Coming
Goes
down
well
the
every time, right, guys?
Let's take a trip to the last.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every
I love the
time.
I love Final Fantasy 14's housing market.
Oh, that one's pretty bad. That's not like economy, but Congress would agree with our sentiment.
Oh, what the fuck?
Mr. Area? No, not yet.
Mech ship.
Kenshi? What's Kenshi?
That's a weird open world strategy game.
Look at that shit. The design of those things? Those
It's not
legs
Kenshi.
Those legs are crazy.
Yeah. You can still ram. You're gonna get caught in a fucking sandstorm. Oh no, there's a bigger one.
It says
Okay.
Vast Oasis, correct? Last Oasis. Oh,
Last
man.
Oasis.
That's quite the logo. Quite the logo. Oh, Jesus.
Going right into another game. People were just recently playing this on Twitch, even though the game doesn't release for another couple months or so.
It is a fascinating aesthetic.
Are those giant penguins? It's a video game.
Elder Maxon.
The name of the game is Age of Wonders Planetfall, a 4X strategy game. And joining
I swear,
me on
if
the
Terraria
stage
is
to
at the
talk about
end.
it is the game director.
I mean,
Leonard
Terraria
Sass.
for an indie title is a massive
Welcome,
game.
guys.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, Leonard, just give us the
Especially if
gist
they have
of
something
what Age
big
of
to
Wonders
show.
Planetfall is all about.
Like,
Age of Wonders is a turn-based
people
strategy
are
game
gonna
where you
get
play as one of the
excited.
survivors of a shared galactic empire. At the start of the game, you choose or create your own faction.
Yeah.
And they include the Vanguard Expeditionary Forces, who are in cryosleep when everything went to hell. There's scavenging cyborgs, or the Amazon bioengineers who ride dinosaurs into battle.
Yeah. You know, I want to ask, because there's a pretty broad range of 4X strategy games, to give a sense of what the gameplay is, I just want to start from the beginning of a game. What happens when you first land on the planet?
Well,
Gotta go to work in 20
spaceship
minutes?
comes down
Oh,
onto
no.
The planet. The planet is where the entire game takes place. And that spaceship will then transform into your capital colony, where your entire empire begins, your sort of attempt to take over the world. Around you, you've got a number of sectors, and each of these sectors has a little story. Well, not most of them. So maybe you'll find a genetics lab, which is still full of horrible mutant creatures, an entertainment complex overrun by horrible robot monsters, a temple with holes in the sky and horrible demons.
I'm betting on it being Terraria too, honestly. It's about that time,
And I
but
did
we
see
don't
in the
know.
trailer, dinosaurs with lasers, correct?
Dinosaurs with lasers.
Perfect. Well, I mean,
Well, again, they scrapped whatever they had previously, so
yeah.
it may just be
You know, I saw the
another
expansion tech tree
update,
show up in the game briefly. and I know
maybe a
that
lead
growing
into
resources and
a new
tech is
game.
part
I
of
don't
it.
know.
I doubt it's another update.
Right, so part of these tech trees come from your origin race. They sort of represent the
But we'll
past
have
where
to
you
see.
came from. They include new units, new
Yup.
modules for your units, like jetpacks for your troopers, orbital laser cannons you can launch from space, social doctrines, it's not all about war.
Yeah.
And then the second part of your tech tree comes from your secret technology, and that's all about the future of your faction. So you can create like a combination between man and machine or man and computers.
Yeah.
Others include doomsday technologies that allows you to infect the entire population with alien brain-eating parasites or win the game by splitting space-time.
I love how many details you're giving me of the horrors that await on the planet.
The future is not a pretty place.
Well, I want to ask about some of the combat that we saw, because in a lot of strategy games, the combat can be very brief. It just, you know, shows two armies pinging off each other. But I understand that the tactical layer is quite rich.
Right, so when combat starts, you'll see, like on the world map, maybe like a little sort of space lab or something like that. When you go into combat, you will zoom all the way in, and you will be inside the lab. You'll see all the pipes and all of the goops flowing around. All of your units, which you've been putting together and built, are now deployed. In turn-based combat, you can move them into cover, use their abilities, shoot laser cannons. Maybe you've chosen advanced, so you've got like a bunch of space dwarves in little metal suits that dig holes in the ground, like shoot from the holes. Maybe you've chosen the Kirko, sort of horrible alien bug monsters. They run forward.
Guy's
and
very
smash people,
passionate about
shoot
his
acid
game,
on
at
them,
least.
that kind of
Yeah.
I mean, how long do some of these battles wind up lasting?
It depends. A short battle can be maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but at the end of the game, you know, you've got a massive siege with like 20 units on your side, 20 units on their side. You've got orbital cannons blasting holes in the world, and that can maybe take 30 minutes.
Well, talk to us about when we can play the game.
Okay. The game is due this August 6th. It's going to be available on PC, multiple platforms, consoles, and it's available for pre-order now.
Well, lovely.
All right.
Hey, what's that URL?
It's aow-planetfall.com.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. It's less than 2 months away. Gentlemen, thanks so much for
That's a
joining
good
me.
developer test, is asking them what their URL is.
Thank you for sharing the horrors
You're
of
gonna
the
stump
future.
someone on that one.
And for our next game, Frankie, I have to ask you, what year is it?
Why? The year is 1946, Sean, my dear boy. Europe lies in ruins torn apart by the satanic Plan Z. A brave band of heroes cast the Fuhrer into hell, but little do they know, the nightmare is far from over. Achtung! This is the world-exclusive reveal of the next shooter from the makers of Sniper Elite 4.
There was a
another
Sniper
Rebellion
Elite
game?
4?
Yeah, there was. What year did they say? 1964?
I thought it was 1946.
Rated M for mature.
I'm thinking 46 as well.
It probably is, yeah. I was like, who died at 64?
It's another fucking Nazi zombie game.
Sniper Elite Zombies.
Keep up.
Fucking Chad just spamming Left 4 Dead 3.
Well, the one dude had like, what's his name's aesthetic? Bill? Yeah, Bill. The dude on the left. Reminds me of Bill. Yeah, doing that X-ray shit before Mortal Kombat did.
Roger that. Just die. Come on, let's go. This way. Come on.
That's me camping. Oh, that's also me jumping off.
Would you have survived the jump?
I guess so. There's no fall damage. That's okay. Ending on that shot too. That's Left 4 Dead. That's a Left 4 Dead shot. Never mind.
Zombie Hitler. Zombie Army Dead War. Zombie Army 4 Dead War.
4.
Later on the PC Gaming Show.
There's 2 4s.
A love letter to classic JRPGs. What's next?
Oh, that was
for
interesting.
Warframe?
I want to see that.
A surreal noir adventure set before, during, and after the Big Bang. Baldur's Gate 3.
No, don't show it. Don't show it.
They're showing
That
it.
was the gross part of the Baldur's Gate 3 trailer.
It's...
For nearly 100 years, the Root have ravaged the earth. An unending assault without reason.
Oh, so this what? This is an MMO?
To a hatred that we do
I
not
think so.
understand. This
It doesn't look MMO.
consume our
Well, they've done MMOs in the past.
Right,
It may
right.
not be.
Right. It's a shoot souls? Another concept to consider.
I like the style.
Yeah.
by fury and blood.
So I'll turn it up.
Seek the source of death itself.
I want to say it was like Lost Worlds. I don't think that was something that died off.
Seen gameplay a month ago? Huh. Oh yeah, Remnant, yeah. Yep. That's from Darksiders.
Joining
the
me
people,
on
the
the
people.
stage to talk about Remnant from the Ashes. In that trailer, we got the chance to see so much new gameplay footage and new environments. Let's welcome the CEO of Gunfire Games, David Adams. So David, I want to ask right away, for those who are unfamiliar with Remnant from the Ashes, what kind of game is it?
So Remnant's a co-op action shooter set on an apocalyptic Earth and across a bunch of cool fantasy worlds.
And I mean, in that trailer, we got the chance to see a huge variety of different environments. Like, what are these different places? Who's the player in this story?
So as a player, you're on sort of a Odyssey-like quest to save the world, and we really wanted to have a bunch of different cool locales that you go to just to experience a bunch of different stuff. And you start on Earth, but it rapidly changes very quickly as you get into the game.
And one thing that we've talked about before is that replayability is a huge focus of the game, that you could play through it 10 times and still be seeing new bosses, new monsters, new locations. How exactly does that work?
Yeah, I think one of the coolest features of the game is the dynamic generation system. So we generate the maps, the enemies, the quests, NPCs, bosses.
That shit was
everything.
randomly generated,
Yeah,
procedurally
it's all
generated.
hand-scripted, but the system takes all the pieces and stitches it together. So
Oh,
you might
okay.
play the game and come into work
All
and
right.
say, hey, I talked to a giant tree and fought a dragon boss, and I'll be like, I met a guy in a helicopter, an old guy in a helicopter, and killed a tree ant, and we'd have completely different experiences playing the same game.
And you just have to keep going through and eventually explore what all the possibilities are.
Yeah, you can play the game over and over again to see the stuff. You can jump into your friend's world to experience the content in their world, and that's a big part of the game, just jumping in and seeing what you get.
Well, I want to ask about loot, which is, I understand, a big part of the game. How does it function alongside this ever-shifting gameplay experience?
Yeah, the loot in the game is all
gameplay.
legendary items, and it's
Oh,
tied into
gameplay?
the dynamic generation. So
Gameplay.
if you fight a boss or meet an NPC or get a cool, unique side quest, it generally coincides with a cool, unique item. It might be a boss weapon or a magical item or armor. So if you play the game and you get all completely different events, you'll have different equipment than I have.
And
Yeah,
in the trailer,
what
I
was
also
it?
saw
Spaghetto
that
was pretty
there
on the
were
ball.
3 people walking through these. You
That's
mentioned the
shoot
co-op
souls.
souls. How does co-op function in the world?
So the game's full co-op
That's
from
neat.
beginning to end. You can jump in at any point, and the game's definitely slower paced, more difficult. I mean, you will die a lot in this game, so
awesome.
There's a huge advantage to bringing your friends to come in there and help you take down bosses or fight off different events.
How many
It's
friends? Is
generally
it 4-player?
Yeah, well, I mean, as a big fan of Bloodborne
Looked like
and
3
Dark
or
Souls,
4,
really
but
looking
that
forward to
boss
Remnant
fight
from the
looked like it
Ashes.
was
What-
just throwing
what's the release
projectiles
date?
and you
Where
just
can people
stand far away and shoot. That was
Remnant's coming out,
What Spaghetto said is the they can have
PC
different the bosses can have their own different abilities too.
Pre-order the game now, you can actually get in
Oh,
early
okay.
and start playing the game August 16th.
Well, awesome.
So
Ladies
at least
and
if I'm
gentlemen,
understanding
David
right, that
Adams
same
from
boss could
Gunfire
do
Games.
different things
Thanks
in
for
different
talking to us
fights.
about Remnant. And as we
Weird.
mentioned earlier, keep those questions coming. I will be asking on stage the creative director of Borderlands 3 everything you want to know. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, just use hashtag
So no Randy.
PCGaming show. And until that
Drat,
time,
no
let's
magic
talk
here.
about
No.
our next title.
No
This
one
one
wants
was
to see him
announced
talk.
2 years ago
No,
at the
we'll want more
PCGaming show
magic.
Here, it's a game from Clay
We
Entertainment
don't.
called Griftlands. It's changed quite a bit in the last 2 years. It's now a deck-building roguelike where you don't just fight, but you also negotiate your way through a broken-down
You have my
sci-fi
attention.
world. It's going to be available on the Epic Game Store in one short month on July 11th.
My attention has
in
been
alpha.
partially
Take a look
broken.
at some of the footage of what you'll be playing.
Who's this game from?
I think it's from Clay.
They say
Or
Clay,
Clay
yeah.
Entertainment.
Interesting.
I'm not big into card games.
This reminds me of another one.
You have my attention.
Yeah, I forget what the other one I'm thinking of. Oh, it's like...
Planet Zoo is the latest game from the makers
I
of the
can't remember
brilliant Planet Coaster. Please welcome Piers Jackson
Let's
and
slay the
Lisa
Spire
Bowles
for
from
one.
Frontier Developments. Now, Piers, what
Steam
kind of
World
deal we're gonna
Quest.
be running here?
So Planet Zoo is
That's
a
the
new
card game one,
management
right?
game from us.
Yeah, that's
It
what I was
involves
thinking
you
of, Steam World
building and
Quest.
looking after a modern zoo, and you get to look after the most authentic
They gotta
animals
turn
we
this
believe
guy
are
up, but also Planet Zoo.
Each of our animals are unique. They have their own needs, their own desires, and their own behaviours. They interact with each other and react with the world that you build around them. And today, for the very first time, we're really excited to show everyone here our gameplay video and to announce our launch date.
Well, fantastic. Let's buy the world's largest family pass and take a look inside.
Alright, thank God it's a different trailer.
I want to run a Dream Zoo.
I want to let the lion loose.
Don't. Hey, don't.
Oh God, that hippo! Ew.
Well, never mind. I don't want my... I'm good.
Can't set lion loose now.
Ooh, parkour? Yeah, I want to... No, what, the monkeys? Nah, get the elephants in there.
You
Get
could
the
probably
elephant...
put elephants and monkeys together and then it'll just be chaos.
And they'll have to use
Okay.
the elephants in the parkour.
I'm sure there's chaos that could happen if in this. If you could do it in Planet Coaster and Jurassic World, you could do it in Planet Zoo.
5th of November.
Lisa, I love some of the animal shenanigans here. I mean, hippos pooing, adorable baby elements. It's absolutely brilliant. I
We don't have to
can't wait
point it
play
out,
But
guys.
Before we saw the trailer, Piers mentioned this is a modern zoo, but what exactly does that mean?
So nowadays, when you go to the zoo, you're not just going to see all the lovely, pretty animals. You go there, you want to be, learning about conservation. You want to learn about the research that they're doing. You want to be educated. And these are all things that you're going to be able to do in Planet Zoo. And these ideas of the modern zoo is really what we take to heart. And we're going to be promoting, the health and the welfare of your animals as the most important thing to do.
And Piers, when can we see more gameplay, and when are we going to be
Sorry,
able
I
to
want
get
to
our
just hear the music kick in for half a
So
second.
we're obviously demoing
Yeah,
the
it kinda
game
did.
all this week at E3, but most people aren't going to be able to see that. So we've recorded our presentation. Lisa's done a fantastic voiceover for it, and we'll be releasing that onto Frontier's YouTube channel. That goes live this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
Well, fantastic. I cannot wait to watch. Thank you so much for joining us, Piers and Lisa.
What was that web
everyone.
address for Bea?
Next up, we have a
No
very
idea.
special
Gonna have to
guest
clip that one.
all the way from Japan.
Oh, I thought they said inspired by JRPGs. Well, whatever. I still want to see
Please
this.
welcome to the stage, gaming industry legend and Shenmue creator, Yu Suzuki.
Shenmue creator.
Huh.
Chat's like Kojima.
right.
You wish.
Damn it.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on the stage is a legend of Japanese game development. It's Mr. Yu Suzuki.
Hello, everyone.
In addition to being the brains behind the following games, Hang On, Space Harrier, Outrun, Afterburner, Virtual Racing, and Virtual Fighter, Yu-san also created the Shenmue series, and he's here to talk about Shenmue 3 right now. Take it away,
Oh, wow.
Yu-san.
この場に立てて光栄です
He's very upset that Sony
standing on
wasn't
the
here
stage
so that they
today.
could show it there.
それと20年支えてくれたファンの皆さん
What, both of them, or do you mean
I just
Kojima?
want to say thank you to all the fans supporting me for the long 20 years. Thank you very much. The wait is nearly over.
That's right. Let's take a world-exclusive look at Shenmue 3.
That's good. It was delayed, but seeing a trailer is good. Oh yeah, this is a game you were thinking of yesterday, where people thought there was going to be a Switch port.
Honestly, I don't think your kung fu is strong enough.
Grandmaster,
A long time ago,
You guys gonna beat up an old
martial
man.
arts were bad, but
He's gonna
humans
miss.
are interesting creatures. They practiced in secret, away from prying eyes, and became stronger. One even practiced atop this very boat. None Dread survived the ban and was passed on in this way.
It's a pretty looking game.
What did you say to me? Stop it. They threaten and extort money from shop owners, get drunk by noon, and cause trouble. Everyone in town is afraid of
See ya,
them.
Jojo.
They are heartless.
Have they been knorted?
Hey, wait right there. Okay.
This is him, the Japanese guy who got in our way.
You've got some guts to barge in here on your own.
Still this year?
Huh? No, it was officially delayed.
So many people have been waiting
So,
for Shenmue 3.
I guess they
would
just
like
didn't have time to
once again
update the
thank
trailer.
you so much. Thank you, Yusan, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Now our next title is near and dear to my childhood heart. It's based upon a game I grew up playing called Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Let's take a look at an upcoming collaboration between Coffee Stain Studios and Lava Potion.
Pixel art.
Hella.
I can't hear that.
In dead or in living, it's near and it's far. In human and nirvana and beasts of the land. It flows through the forests, it breathes in the sand.
Chat's dancing along to it.
Same studio that did Satisfactory and Space Dwarf Miners. I want to build a city.
That's not just a city, that's a kingdom.
I want to build a kingdom.
We'll raise every bill to take back what was ours.
Neat.
Songs of Conquest.
The name of the game is Songs of Conquest, and here to join me in talking about it is the lead designer from Lava Potion, Carl Toftfeld. Hey, Carl.
Hi, hey, thanks.
I mean, let's just start off for anyone who maybe hasn't played the Heroes of Might and Magic series. What is Song of Conquest all about?
It's all about, well, you kind of start out with in the town that you just saw in the end of the trailer. And from there, you recruit your wielders. It's what we call our commanders. And you recruit an army, and then you kind of send off your wielders on an adventure. And they go exploring the world, they pick up resources to flag mines, and with those resources, you upgrade your town so you can get more stuff, and that's kind of what you do. Adventure and strategy combined.
Yeah, and you know, I know that part of the core loop is obviously get the resources to build up the township, but for what reason? Armies, man. Talk to me about those juicy battles.
Yeah, so the battle, just like the whole game, is turn-based. So you go into combat, you bring all your troops in, and you start by deploying them, and then all the troops have different stats, like offense and defense and health and so on. And they go in initiative order, and then you slug it out, and it's a bit like chess, but instead of like pawns and bishops, you have like horned wands and face spirits.
Great, and griffins and so on.
Yeah, and all those things.
And well, you know, as someone who just loves the Heroes of Might and Magic series, I know that you have translated a lot of the gameplay elements into Songs of Conquest, but what are some of the modern elements that you're bringing in?
Well, there's a lot of it, but I mean, one of them is our magic system. We call it the essence. So basically, in the Songs of Conquest universe, everything has an essence within there. It's sort of like the soul. So your troops, they have an essence. And to do magic, you need to bring the troops with the right essence, with your wielders.
Oh, I see.
So if you want to like make your troops go faster, you need to bring a troop that has that essence, like cavalry.
And maybe to ask a basic question, what if my opponent kills that cavalry?
Then you can't do the magic. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're fighting someone, you kind of have to like weigh the pros and cons of what to kill off. Like, do you want to destroy their magic or their powerful troops?
where can people go to get more information? And as always, when's it coming out?
Late 2020.
Oh, it's quite a ways off.
It's quite a ways off, but you can go to songsofconquest.com and sign up for
So it's like
alpha,
an actual
and then
alpha.
You can play earlier.
Well,
Legitimate
as you know,
alphas.
Really looking forward to playing it, Carl. Thanks for joining us.
Must be an indie game.
Now, our next title is an update to a popular co-op game. Let's see what's in store for Vermintide 2.
Skipped a beat there. Rats. We're rats.
Weirdo rats. We stalk at night. We pray at night. Weirdo rats.
There's a lot more rats in the trailer than I thought there'd be.
Is Vermintide.
Oh, I get it.
Versus, this is what it needs. We got our new Left 4 Dead boys.
You just saw the reveal of the new PvP mode coming to Vermintide 2,
Neat.
which turns the Warhammer Fantasy cooperative game into something even more brutally competitive. It looks deliciously vile, and surely dismembering Scraven is so much more satisfying when you know you're going ham on a fellow player, making him or her cry little baby rat tears behind their computer screen. You can sign up now for the Vermintide 2 Versus beta at vermintide2.com/versus. In Per Aspera, you're an artificial consciousness orbiting Mars, whose ultimate purpose is to terraform the planet, starting from a single drone in your landing site and turning the planet into a flourishing second home for humanity. Courtesy of developer Talon Industries and publisher Raw Fury, here's a first ever look at Per Aspera.
What was that name?
Paraspla.
As we all know, reaching the red
I'll wait till it shows on screen so I could spell that.
Transferring the complexity of the human mind to machines was, so they can succeed where we failed, so they can build us a home on that distant, dusty rock. Today, Amy reaches Mars and begins their mission. Amy, are you with us?
Of course, I'm with you, Houston.
Ooh, I'd like that on a different setting. Okay, there it goes, yeah.
Paraspera.
In the Assassin's Creed universe, our next guest sent players back in time to rewrite history. But for his debut project with indie studio Panache Digital Games, he's going to take us back 10 million years to where humanity began. Here to tell us all about ancestors is creative director and co-founder Patrice Desolé. Welcome, Patrice.
Thank you for having me. I'm really happy to be here. I've been waiting 10 years to come back on a big stage at E3 showing off a game.
Well, it's fantastic to have you back. I just want to ask, what inspired you to tell the story of human evolution?
Well, when I started Panache, I needed a game, an open world game in which you can do a lot of things. You need a character in a 3D environment at first. And I said, oh, I'm the historical guy.
Per Aspera, the rapper.
So I need an historical period. So I said, oh, let's go back at
Please,
the very
no.
beginning. It'll be easier to do. Because I won't have
Everyone's
to build a
doing
city,
these,
I won't have to build
what do you call it,
technology,
ASCII
and I was a bit
things in
naive.
chat?
Because we
Yep,
built
it's
Africa
quite bad.
10 million years ago.
There's a Shrek one though, so it's
And
okay.
That's not easy to build.
It doesn't sound easy. I mean, how have you turned those themes into gameplay?
Well, you play our last common ancestor.
Your
right, of
computer
all the
using
big
rats
apes,
watching
and
the
then
stream.
You have to
What does that
explore
mean?
Your environment, and eventually you expand your territory. You
Oh,
expand
ASC2
your clan,
art.
because you're not playing that one.
Wait, what does that tweet
badass
mean?
character. You play a group of badass character. And eventually you evolve into different species up
Fish
until
is good. Why
Lucy,
haven't they made an
Australopithecus, roughly 2 million years ago.
Such an
I
old
imagine
joke.
our ancestors had
damn
a
it.
lot more
They
issues
need to have a
deal with
scrolling
than
Twitch
we
comment
do
that
today.
starts with
There's gonna be a lot more
chat is
dangers
moving so
in
fast
this
they
world,
won't
so tell me
see.
a bit more about those.
Well, it's all about from a prey to a predator. Basically, at the beginning of the game, everybody's there to kill you and devour you. And basically, at the end, it's pretty much you, where you're the predator, and everybody's afraid of you. And that's the idea of Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey.
So, Patrice, ultimately, what is the key to evolving your clan successfully?
Curiosity, you need to explore, because, you know, I made game about characters and you needed to follow the story I wrote for you. This time, you're basically
Which
writing
primate
the
is
story.
best? Ooh, that's a
Like,
tough one.
There's no story per se inside. It's not about going and see mission givers. It's not about looking at
If
the
you go with
mini-maps and the
human,
little
you're just
dots.
playing the tier
It's
list.
about you, hey, Homo sapiens. Can you survive like our ancestors did? And that's the question I'm asking.
What was the tier zoo list video? Are humans OP?
August 27th.
Fuck, that's so good.
Well, I was going
On PC first.
I was going to ask you when we can see it, and you answered my question first. Thank you so much,
getting
Patrice.
good at this.
As Patrice says, Ancestors will
You're
be released
writing the
August
chat
27th, and
elevator.
You can learn more at ancestorsgame.com.
Thank you.
Is the chat in sub only mode?
It's in slow mode.
So that was just another. Okay, got ya. Oh, it's Goose Game.
It's what?
Goose Game. Untitled Goose
Tank
Game.
Game.
What, the golf? Oh yeah, the golf game where that happens. Feels like a intermission.
Oh, fuck off. I know what this is. It's a standalone auto chess game.
Yeah.
That the same Chinese developers are working on. I don't know what their studio's name is.
Oh, it just did auto.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh.
Yup.
Please welcome
I
to
thought
the stage,
like
Lauren
Valve had
Lee,
the
founder
Valve
and
literally
CEO of
trademarked that,
Dragon
didn't they?
Nest.
They have the go ahead to use Dota auto chess.
Sensation with hundreds of
Oh.
thousands, millions of players.
So they're gonna make
getting
their
a
own
taste of it, and
standalone.
here to talk about its
The developers are gonna make
is
their
Lauren Lee.
standalone.
Take it away, Lauren.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm Lauren Lee. Yeah. Hello. Hello. Yeah. I'm the CEO and the founder of Dragon's Game. Dragon's Game is a game developer and publisher. Comes from China. I'm so happy to be here today on this stage to introduce our game, Auto Chess, to all of you. This is really exciting moment for us. As the trailer says, this is a real engaging game of auto chess. Dragon's Den now is working with the creator of auto chess, Jodo Studio. We are working together to bring auto chess to our world. both on PC and mobile, so that everyone from anywhere with any device can enjoy the same fun of auto chess. Now we are building the PC version by using the gaming engine of Unreal Engine 4. As everyone knows, Unreal Engine is one of the best gaming engines of the world. With the help of Epic Games and by the power of Unreal, I believe we can finish our job quickly and efficiently. And today, I'm very glad to announce the PC version of Auto Chess will be coming to the Epic Games Store. I look forward to all of you playing Auto Chess on PC later this year. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Loring
Hi,
Lee.
Rita.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks so much for sharing the news with us. Once again, Auto Chess, if you have not played it, you must check it out. It is so fun. Our next title with Frankie up above, I understand is an inspired indie game.
We'll find out, Sean, because one of the things we love about PC gaming is the way that game creators from all over the world can draw inspiration from one another's work. Cris Tales is a great example of that, a gorgeous indie love letter to classic JRPGs developed by a team in Colombia. Cris Tales' spin on the genre brings a unique perspective that lets you see the past, present, and future on one screen at the same time. So you'll see the future change based on your decisions in real time. Here's the world-exclusive reveal of Cris Tales.
Modus game?
If you saw what was, what is, and what would be. If you knew how it ends. Would you change
Oh, this
it?
game already exists?
Could you make the hard decisions?
If it had all those accolades.
Would you be strong enough to fight?
Never heard of it till now.
If you learn from the past and act in the present, you can rewrite the future.
Huh. What were the accolades for? Oh, Jesus Christ.
In PC gaming,
Maybe it was
it's not
oh
the
my
size of your
god.
weapon, it's how you use it. And I'm holding one of the, well, quite frankly, it's a bit average, isn't it? It's just your average, you know, Glock, really. No. It's one of the ridiculous alien weapons from our next game, Valfaris.
A fucking gun.
Heavy metal-infused 2D action platformer inspired by true old-school classics.
I bet you could buy that at a Walmart.
Assuming the role of fearless warrior Therion, players must blast and slash their way through the doomed citadel of Valfaris, overcoming its deadly environments and enemies before challenging the arcane evil at its very heart. Get ready to rip the galaxy a new wormhole. From publisher Big Sugar, this is Valfaris.
Holy crap.
Oh, wow. I would not have guessed it was 3D. Oh, it's not. Okay. I was gonna say, Max might be interested.
This still looks cool.
Yeah, it does.
Holy crap.
Yeah, we like Metroid, but what if it was metal?
Yeah, it's like on the other side of metal from that other one, the brutal one.
Valfaris.
Just incredible action in the Valfaris trailer.
I'm very excited for our next guest. In case you have not
No,
been
not
in
Brutal
downtown
Legend. It was
LA,
a game
E3
announced
is
like
covered
this
with
week.
Borderlands 3 art. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
Blasphemous.
And joining me
Yes,
is the
Blasphemous,
amazing
yeah.
and beautiful Paul Sage,
Which is more
creative director
gory and
of
shit
Borderlands
than this
3.
was.
Beautiful's a new one. Thanks. Yeah, there you go, Paul. Welcome.
Chat, this is a good time as well. They're probably going to be talking a lot of questions here. If you need to refill your drinks, go to the bathroom, do all that jazz. Now's a good time.
Oh man, so we've talked about our Vault Hunters. Well, this time we get to talk about
Or ask a
Mose,
question.
and she is our gunner Vault Hunter. So
Yeah.
she has a big mech. So it's one of the things. All about loot. We're talking about the different loot, such as shields, grenades, those
Yeah.
things, going to different planets. So a lot of stuff to talk about.
Well, I want to start right off with Mose. Tell us everything you can about her.
Okay, yes, I'll tell you everything I can. So Mose, again, like I said, she's a mech pilot. She has this big mech. It's called Iron Bear. She gets into Iron Bear.
Yeah.
We have multiple action skills, which means that she can equip either a minigun or a railgun or a flamethrower. If you want to barbecue your enemies, something like that.
Oh,
so,
nice. Mix and match.
Yeah, Mose is a terrifically fun character for us right now.
Now, we've been excited to be collating a whole bunch of community questions. We're going to break them into two categories. First, there's a whole bunch of repeat questions that I want to make sure we get to right now. One of the big categories is about loot, because you've mentioned having a billion guns earlier, but what can you tell us about some of the other gear?
Well, we know they're not ending on Borderlands 3 at
Yeah,
least.
so let's talk about grenades, like one of my favorite things that we don't get to talk about a lot. So in the past, we've had grenades that they've had like one thing. They can bounce, they can stick to different things, Yeah. This time, we're combining like all of those things. So for instance, the other day I was playing,
Poor
I
Zane.
threw a grenade, and that grenade had a bounce. It would stick, an
Mose.
explosion would come out, and the grenade would fire guns as it was going through, right? So we have like a ton of different grenades that are in there.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're
Shield
good.
where if you duck, that shield will extend out in front of you, so just
interesting.
tons of different things that we have. With
Oh,
our
oh,
characters.
it's still-
Class mods are unique, and that they give you skills.
Oh
this
no,
time as well as
something's going to
enhancing
happen and
skills
something's going to be very loud.
I also remember earlier you mentioned about artifacts.
Oh wait, I have a
The
limiter on.
the stethoscopes are getting the revenge.
On like, hey, does the game feel fluid? Can I, slide into things? Can I jump? Can I mantle? Right. So when we were playing with that,
What
we
did they
we
do?
slid into a
Someone
barrel,
bumped
right?
a
The barrel
hard
exploded. We're like,
drive.
well, that's kind of fun.
Maybe.
So why don't we do something like that? So our artifacts actually add certain things to movement.
Oh my
So
God, I
for
can't believe
instance, you
the
can
issues are
slide
still going
faster.
on.
You can slide, and every time you slide, there's an explosion. We have something we call
Second category of questions unrelated to loot.
I'm scared, guys.
There's going to be a single-player campaign. What's going to be happening after the campaign? What are some of the beyond the single-player, maybe end-game content that you can talk about?
All right, in-game content. Okay, well, it's E3, so I give a little bit. So we have this thing what we call the Guardian system. So for those people who played Borderlands before, you might remember Badass Ranks. Badass Ranks, you can get, is basically kind of an infinite progression system that added to your stats.
Yeah.
We doubled down on that. We have what we call Guardian Rank. And Guardian Rank not only has that infinite progression, but it has skills and different skins that you can open up as you go through. And the cool thing about that is like every character that you play on that account gets the benefits of Guardian Rank.
Oh, interesting. All right, last category we're going to go through, and then we're going to hit some rapid-fire questions. How do the boss fights in Borderlands 3 compare to Borderlands 1 and 2? I know those were big aspects. How do you build upon that?
Right, so I think of a boss fight, like I'm an old school Nintendo fan, right? So I love huge boss fights that have like three phases and stuff like that. So now those people, smart people in the audience know that we've talked about going to vaults instead of vault, right? And so there are different like huge boss encounters there that are just, multi-phase boss encounters. We have like a lot of different mini bosses throughout the game, so a lot of different boss encounters throughout the game.
Well, now I want to ask some really quick questions that should be yes or no, very brief. First from Castore, how will you be handling multiplayer?
Multiplayer, we will basically be allowing anybody to jump in at any time, so.
Awesome. From MHL Animations, can I pet the gun? Great question.
I'm not here to judge what you do with your gun, so that's a personal question.
All right, great. Sam Wiseman asks, is Maya's new companion a siren?
People are asking the right questions. That's what I will say about that.
Oh, you tease.
Sorry.
All right, from Ironic Sanguine says, is Tiny Tina going to be seen fighting alongside the Vault Hunters?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
All right, I'm just going to blast through a couple
I was
more.
going to say, is he allowed to
to
answer that
what's
one
the
at
level
least?
cap at launch?
50.
Will we get to see Flak?
Yes.
Will we see golden keys and or shift codes for Borderlands 3?
Absolutely.
Will there be duels?
Yes.
Other kinds of PvP?
Yes and no.
And also maybe.
They seem to be dipping into territory where you can't
you'll be
say
able to
yet.
transfer weapons between your characters.
Yeah.
And Randy
Absolutely,
must be
right from the
very
start.
upset.
Perfect. And when
Battle
is the
Royale.
game coming out?
Friday the 13th, 2019, September 13th.
Press F to respect the shark. What shark?
Borderlands.com for more information.
What? Did I miss
Thanks
something?
so much for joining me on stage, John. Thank you.
No, I don't know what that was about either.
And also, why did it go away?
Have not seen all
Maybe they're just trying to stop the spam in chat.
Our next
with the
game,
art.
we're going to be revisiting a guest that
With
we
Fs?
saw earlier in the show. He's
Yeah.
upstairs with Frankie. What you got for us?
Oh no, I found the shark.
I found the shark too.
Oh, hi, we're live. Sorry. Hello, I was
We're
just, I was actually testing out my outfit for this weekend. I don't know, what do you think, John?
I think you look really sharp, as always.
Very sharp. Well, thank you so much. John Gibson, president of Tripwire.
Oh, we
thank
get
you
to
for
see more
joining
on
us again on
Maneater.
the show.
Yeah, very excited to be
busy
here.
man, yes.
Yes.
Now, last year, we revealed Maneater to the world.
I
And
miss
can
Drake.
you remind anyone who missed it what the game's all about?
Absolutely.
I still don't know if that
Maneater
was-
is
if
an
that was his
open-world
name.
action RPG, or Shark PG as we call it. You start as a small baby shark pup, and you have to survive in this harsh world and try to eat your way to the top of the ecosystem. The three words that we think sum the game up the best are eat, explore, and evolve. And we also have someone we'd like you to meet.
Well, let's meet him then. Let's take a look at the new trailer.
CG. I wanted to see more gameplay. What the hell?
Oh, his VOD's so getting muted.
Yup.
Come any closer with that camera, we two gonna tussle.
Still no date for it.
Bye, Seagull.
John,
Jeez.
who was that appallingly dressed fisherman in the trailer? Because quite frankly, not even I would eat him.
That was Scaly Pete, and Scaly Pete's the villain in this tale. Pete is a best fisherman in the Gulf, the best shark fisherman, or he'll tell you he's the best shark
Press
fisherman.
F to pay respects to the shark.
He disfigures our baby shark at the beginning of the game.
Okay,
and
the
does some
duck's
really
name
nasty
is
things, so
Webster.
he's not a very nice guy. And now the
But the
story of
brand's
Maneater
name is
told,
Drake's.
through the lens of a reality show called Shark Hunters versus Maneaters.
Uh,
and the player shark on its adventures. And you know, it's a really, you know, it's a very exciting way to tell a story.
And based on that trailer, to be honest, John, it looks like your main goal of the shark is to just bite everything.
Yeah, there is an awful lot of man-eating going on in this game. That is the name of the game. And,
Gameplay.
But we'd like to
Oh,
think of the
gameplay?
game as a shark-tastic fun action game. It's like GTA if you were a shark. But there's
No, that's Tony Hawk.
if there is more to the game than just eating. So we spent a lot of time moving through the water, breaching out, and adding abilities to go up on the beach for an afternoon snack. There's a lot of exciting things that you can do. in the game.
Left Shark Out of Weight being on stream twice now.
So there's
And they
three
may even bring
facets
it back.
to the Shark PG elements of the game. There's growth, there's life phases, and there's evolutions. So growth comes about through eating things, nutrients, people, whatever you can find.
Is this
And
gonna
that's
be the
kind of like your
sport game
XP
we've
in the
always
game.
wanted?
That allows you to level up. Your shark will grow a little bit. You'll get
What
more
did you
powerful.
want out of
And then
Spore?
at key phases that we call life phases.
You build your
you'll-
creatures
you'll-
up.
you'll
That
make a big
creature
jump.
phase was the
So
best
let's
part.
say you're a brooding teenage shark, and you're about to become an adult. When you become an adult, you take a big leap in size, a big leap in power and capability. And then as you reach these life phases,
I don't think it's on the
you
same
unlock
level, even
evolutions that can be applied
even
to
for what
parts of the
Spore
shark's
was.
body. For example, you could get metallic teeth that allow you to shred boats.
Oh, never mind.
Or a powerful tail that allows you to jump to incredible heights. Or you could get mutated lungs that allow you to spend a little more time on the beach getting those afternoon snacks.
Just really quickly, John, everyone's wanting to know this question. When's it coming out?
So we're really hard hammerheading away at this game and trying to make it the most awesome shark RPG ever. We're not ready to announce a date, but we're pretty certain you're going to see it before the next PC Gaming show.
Well, I hope we do, John. Otherwise, I'm going to have to start biting people. In fact, I'm quite hungry at the moment, so I think actually I'm going to find an audience member because you guys look tasty. So I'll see you in a bit. I'm just going to have a snack. Thank you, John.
Oh, no.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's
We're
murder.
gonna witness straight up murder today at the PC Gaming show.
That wasn't on the
And
dossier.
we thought it was boring. This is just an ad.
Yep. Listen, when they want a show to go, when they want a show to go on for 2 hours for some reason.
E-win.
I don't trust any brand that isn't DX Racing.
You know, one of the absolute best parts about being sponsored by iWin for the PC Gaming
Oh,
show is that I
iWin.
get to sit
It said eWin, though.
and talk to you about Terraria. Terraria is one of the best-selling PC games of all time, selling almost 30 million copies. And part of the reason why it's maintained such popularity is the fact that the developers Relogic continue to add content, going from 250 items at release to now over 4,000. Let's take a look at their penultimate expansion coming up, Terraria Journey's End.
Oh, expansion.
Well. Let's see what they got with it. It's been so long, I can't tell what's new.
I've only played the game for a bit less than an hour, so I don't know either.
I haven't played the game in so long.
Yo, golf? Let's go. No. Oh, don't do it.
The next title that
What?
we're going to be
What?
looking at is a game
Huh?
that is the spiritual
Nanny.
successor to her story.
Well, I was just
It's called
getting
Telling
into it.
Lies by
Oh,
Amazon
man.
Interactive, and joining me to talk about it is game
Hello?
director Sam Barlow and actor-producer
I can't believe Terraria just pulled itself off the Epic Game Store.
They said cut it. Did you hear that? I didn't hear that.
If you haven't played Her Story, you totally should. It's fantastic. I want
What
to
did,
know.
what did the crowd just
It is a
yell?
game where you watch live interactive
I don't-
video. in
What
order
has
to
happened?
uncover what happened with a murder.
I heard one mic, and I heard, okay.
So, like Her Story, Telling Lies is a game in which you watch video footage to piece together a story.
You can't.
And this time we have a woman who has stolen an NSA hard drive, which contains secretly recorded.
Yeah, we
intimate
checkmarked
private
that.
conversations
Yep.
between our four characters. Something has gone terribly wrong, and it's up to you to figure out what and why.
It's time to take a look at some of the gameplay mechanics and see Telling Lies in action. Let's take a look.
Was the Terraria thing maybe supposed to happen later in the show? I
doubt it. Cause he led in with it and everything. He even had a segue from the chairs to Relogic.
It's late. I gotta get her in the bath. I don't love you and I don't miss you.
The first Google result is Terraria, a Journey's End idea on the Terraria forums.
It's late. I gotta get her in the bath. Alright, love you. Love you.
I've only ever been in love once. It was with a girl I met when I was 18, but I was too young and naive to handle it properly. I guess I still carry a torch for it, which makes me an incurable romantic, or
Sorry if this is loud chat.
developed emotional.
Okay, it's muted.
I'm a loyal friend.
A man died in my eyes at work
Oh, Sam, I got some questions for you about what we've just seen. Talk to me about
Boring as fuck FMV game. I mean, if you've heard about her story was pretty fucking good. So considering it's the same
What we
dev,
do in Telling Lies is we take all of the
Yeah, but in comparison to Terraria being cut halfway through,
and we apply that directly to the story, to the
Yeah, I put the trailer in
scrubbing
chat
around in these
and put it in
clips,
our chat.
paying
and
close attention,
there.
and you're going to be picking up on the subtext, listening to names, people, places, and with that information, you're going to use that to find more clips.
Coming
dig into
2019.
those, and over time, kind of build up this picture of the story. And it's truly like an open world video game.
Well, I mean, a lot of times with open world video games, they talk about, the square kilometerage or miles in America. What's the sort of scope that we're talking about? Like, how many hours of footage is there?
So we got like over 10 hours of footage here.
Wow, really?
It's a story that encompasses like 2 years. What I wanted to do with this one was, like I say, really embrace this idea of it being an open world game. You're free to explore and follow your curiosity. Just lose yourself in this story.
Yeah.
All the characters. It's this huge, messy, colorful story that we're trying to tell.
Well, I'm curious, Logan, as a performer in this kind of game, what is it like to actually try to have all the layers in there for each performance, also not knowing when a player is going to be seeing the specific footage you're performing?
Well, it's definitely a non-linear open world game, but our approach and Sam's approach was not unlike a movie or a TV show, and we had to understand it A to B. And so for the most part, that's how we shot it. Obviously, when you're shooting a movie or a TV show, and in this case, a game, you're going to be shooting out of order, but we actually stayed pretty linear in how we approached the story. We went after it like all the other times we're actors. We just went after intention and what do we want, and we tried to make it as deep. It's got a lot of scope.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make it as deep as possible, and Sam is one of the best movie or TV directors I've worked with, so it was very similar.
Nice. Yeah, look at you too. Yeah. Now, of course, I do want to stress to any of you, if you have not played Her Story, it's quick to play through. It's absolutely brilliant. Please check it out in the meantime.
Put Keanu Reeves in Terraria. Yeah, let's go.
When can we play Telling Lies?
Why not? Let's do it.
Very soon, I promise. We'll have a date soon. Right now, you can go to Steam. You can wishlist it on Steam. We all love Steam. And yeah, very soon.
Yeah,
We'll be showing a little
dude.
bit more during E3, and the game will be out. Yeah, very soon.
Fantastic.
Desperate to get it out there.
Yeah.
And people to play it.
As soon as humanly possible. Yeah. Well, Sam Logan, thanks so much for joining me on stage. Once again, Telling Lies.
they're going to beat him up
Now,
off stage for
on the
mentioning Steam.
balcony, Frankie's going to be talking to us about a game that my friends year
Telling
after year
Lies?
after year
No, Papa.
keep telling me I have to play because of how much they've improved it. Frankie, what's going on with Warframe?
Well,
Oh,
one of my
Warframe time.
favorite parts of last year's show, aside from being upstaged by a giant duck, was getting a glimpse at the future of Warframe. And here with the latest look at the next expansion to the universe is Space Mum Rebecca Ford. So, chat, behave yourselves, please, because Mother's here. Now, Rebecca, what are we about to see?
We're going to take a look at an amazing trailer that our team has put together. A lot of our players have been waiting a year for a look at what we've been calling Railjack, so it's about time to, see what we've been doing.
Yeah, let's take a look.
All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, when you said space battle, yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said space battles.
Space battles.
Full reveal July 6th. Because that'll be TennoCon. Whoa.
Punch the soul right out of him.
Get Necros Prime free. That thing? That's pretty cool looking. You get that free? Wow. You think they'll fuck it up again and have to give it to everyone?
Rebecca, it must be so
Maybe.
exciting to know that the fans have finally seen it, and you're clearly going all in on the epic space combat. So tell me about the new stuff that players are going to be able to experience.
I wasn't shaking before we started talking, and now I am because it's real. Because Empyrean is what we're calling codename Railjack. It's basically taking the space ninja part of Warframe, sending it back up to space, bringing players that squad gameplay they know, taking the enemies like the Corpus and the Grineer, giving them their own Railjack to essentially explore the solar system with and take down the bad guys.
And when are fans going to get to see more?
Well, TennoCon is in London, Ontario. It's July 6th, and you can come watch it online on Twitch. We're going to be showing a lot more in our keynote for what Empyrean is going to be.
Well, today I'm getting a feel for the suit. So what's the deal with that sweet-looking Necros Prime? How do I get my Tenno arms into it?
I cannot say that on live television, but there are ways. But yeah, you just have to link your Warframe
We're not
account
on
to your Twitch
television.
account. If you watch 30 minutes of
Oh,
our
you haven't
Tenno
heard?
live show, you can get it. But hopefully you stay for the whole hour because we got lots to show.
Well, thank you
Are they
so
on
much,
Disney
Rebecca,
XD?
and good luck with TennoCon on July 6th. Thank you. Okay, now we've seen some amazing stuff today, but nothing quite so gloriously strange as our next game. Developed by Brooklyn-based studio Feral Cat Den, it's an existential-based chat odyssey set during the Big Bang. Yeah, it's actually blown my mind learning about this one. Buckle up, everyone, because we're about to get bonkers with Genesis Noir.
This looks artsy.
Yeah, it does.
That exists.
Genesis
Look
Noir,
neat.
just beautiful, stylish art. The next game we're going to take a look at is the twist on the stealth
That was the
genre.
one game I
It's
kind of wanted
called
to hear from a
El
developer
Hijo.
on.
You play as a 6-year-old trying to escape a monastery and find your mother using toys and tricks to avoid
I just want a little
monks.
more explanation.
Let's take a look
but that's all
at
right,
this
I guess.
gorgeous spaghetti western inspired
Monks
project from Studio
kidnapped a
Ghibli
kid?
Games.
Someone
What?
said spaghetti. Cut it. Okay.
Can't believe they spoiled the end of the game. He made it out.
This looks like a great Stadia game. I don't mean that it should be only exclusive, but the audience that may enjoy Stadia would enjoy this, and like, yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I'd be interested to try it out.
Yeah, I would
El
too.
Hijo, once again, is the title of the trailer
All this good time.
we just saw. For
Oh,
our
and a Switch
final
version.
guest
I would play a
tonight,
Switch version of
please
that.
join me in welcoming from Larian Studios CEO Sven Vinke and
Oh, they're
from,
running on Baldur's Gate
Dungeons
3.
and Dragons at Wizards of the Coast, the creative director of Dungeons
Ending?
and Dragons, Mike Merles, to talk about
They said it was the
Baldur's
last
Gate
title of the
3.
night.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or last guest tonight, don't know if last title.
Oh yeah, last
Now,
guess.
this was only
Maybe
just
not last
recently
game.
announced.
We'll
How
see.
did this partnership come about?
As long as they don't play the trailer
we went
again.
to see Wizards of the Coast at the end of Divinity Original Sin 1.
Yeah.
That was back in 2014. And I tried to convince them back then that they should give us the Baldur's Gate 3 license. And they said, but we had a long chat about what the vision would be for the game. And then we kept on bumping into each other. And then suddenly in 2016, I get a phone call from Nathan Stewart, who's the big boss of Mike and the head of Dungeons & Dragons. He said, you need to come to Seattle right away. We're going to have dinner in a very shady restaurant. And he had this big stack of paper with him. And on it was Baldur's Gate 3. And in it was pretty much everything that we talked about. And he says, I'm going to present this to my board. Do you still want to do it? I said, yeah, of course I still want to do it. And then a couple of weeks later, we started negotiating. And here we are.
I mean, what does the Baldur's Gate franchise mean to you, Mike?
Oh, to me, it's the crown jewel of D&D computer games, right? I mean, for me personally, Baldur's Gate, the original one, was finally I had the chance to actually play a D&D campaign rather than having to run them for all my friends. So it means so much to us. Baldur's Gate, it's such fantastic storytelling, and it's so exciting to see it come to not only a new generation of gamers, but for the gamers who remember the 20 years it's been since the original, the first two in the series. So it's incredibly exciting. And for us, it's such an important part of the D&D mythos as a whole.
And we got a chance to see the trailer. Talk to me about some of the story elements, the world elements. What are things we're going to see in Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, we're only talking about what's in the trailer right now, but obviously you're going to go to the city, because we start with the city. You start outside of the city, actually. There's going to be mind flayers. They're very nasty. You are seeing in the trailer the process of ceremorphosis, as we call it.
Please don't.
It's accelerated,
I gotta cover it up.
That's not
I gotta
normal.
cover it up.
Yeah.
And you're going to see a lot of iconic creatures, iconic characters, iconic places, and that's as far as we go.
I'm curious about some of the gameplay elements, because obviously, there's just been a big resurgence of Dungeons & Dragons, tons of broadcasts on Twitch. I mean, how do you translate some of the insane things that players want to do into, what has to be a structured computer game?
So we started with the player handbook, which is basically the basic rule set of Dungeons & Dragons.
Which player handbook? Which edition?
5th edition. 5th edition.
Great. Yeah.
And so we ported as much as we could to the video game. We looked at what works really well. We looked at the things that didn't work that well, because it is a video game, and this was made for tabletop gaming. And so we started modifying those things, and then we had to add
as long as they don't play it again.
Because if you play tabletop, you have a game master, and you say, well, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And then the
I
game
want to
master
start a fight with a pigeon. And he's like, okay, roll for dexterity.
Exactly, that's it. So we had to add systems to make that possible within the game. But we've gone very, very far.
Yeah, I mean, can you give an example of like a crazy moment that a player might do that you could actually play out in the game?
Well, I could, let's say that we get into a fight because you ask a nasty question, I don't want to answer it. And I take the chair over there, I put it on fire, smash it on your head.
Oh my God.
Just as an example.
Getting violent.
It's just an example, this is fine, we're just talking,
These are things that we have to put systems into the game for to do it, which are not necessarily going to be described inside of the book.
Interesting. And I mean, like, Mike, in terms of your role, speaking
Best
to Larian
RPG in the last
Studios,
year. Oh, that's
you
a
have
loaded
tons of data,
question.
all the sorts of things that players do. What's the sort of information
It's
that
actually
you
none of
provide
those.
in assistance?
Well, really what it comes down to is providing the story support. We think of Dungeons & Dragons, the universe of D&D. It's like
I can't detest
for
Witcher
Dungeon
3
masters
without
and
playing
players
it,
to go
so
into
never mind.
and build their own stories. So working with Larry and working with Sven, a lot of it was just opening up that toy box and sharing it. And giving that kind of guidance, like I remember one of our first meetings, we just laid out a map of Baldur's Gate and the Sword Coast and asking a lot of questions, like what kind of story do you want to tell? Where do we want to go? What are the cool locations we've always wanted to put into a game like this? And then in terms of the system support, what does it mean in terms of the story for each character, for each character race, each character class, so that if you have your favorite class and it's in the game, you really feel like you're taking on that role that you love so much from the tabletop. It's really coming to life in an authentic way in Baldur's Gate 3.
And we're going to talk in a moment about Baldur's Gate 3 release dates and whatnot, but we have a second game that we want to talk about on a new technology known as pencil and paper. I understand that there is a tabletop prequel coming for Baldur's Gate.
Exactly. So in Baldur's Gate, we think there's one saga, all the different games coming together to tell one grand story of this city. So on September 17th, we're releasing our next tabletop campaign, Baldur's Gate: Descent into Avernus. And it is the next chapter in the Baldur's Gate saga, and it's a prequel to Baldur's Gate 3. So if you haven't played a Baldur's Gate game since Baldur's Gate 1 or 2, this is your chance to check out on the history. It's been about 100 years since the events of Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah.
So this will give you a chance to check in on the city, to see what's going on, its current state, who the movers and shakers are. We also feature a complete levels 1 to 13 campaign that takes you from the mean streets of Baldur's Gate to the depths of hell itself. And sort of pose to the players a question: do you want to redeem Baldur's Gate or send it to damnation? So we're putting that right in players' hands to make that choice.
Well, I have to ask Sven, it's a question on a lot of people's minds. What can you talk to us about expected release time frames?
So people have been waiting for it for a long time.
Yeah.
They're going to have to wait a little bit more when it's ready. This is the game that we want to play, so we want to make sure it's really, really good. And then when that's the case, then we'll release it.
Well, I know a lot of people have been waiting a long time. And I think I speak for a lot of people here when I say, take your time. If the Divinity Original Sin games are any indication of the quality, it's going to be fantastic and worth the wait. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining me on stage.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ben and Mike talking about Baldur's Gate 3. Goodbye. Goodbye, guys. Why are they leaving? Well, it's because the PC Gaming show has officially concluded. Let's bring up on the stage the fantastic Frankie Ward.
Nice.
Come here, Frankie.
Hello. Well, thank you so much, Sean. Hasn't this audience been absolutely fantastic today?
Guys, thank you so much for coming out to the 5th annual PC Gaming show.
Enough time right before Ubisoft.
We want to give an enormous
Limited
thanks
run,
to all
right?
of you who tuned in
Limited
live.
run, I
We
mean,
wanna,
sorry.
of course, thank
It's
all of you who personally showed up
normally
this morning, and of
Ubisoft's
course, the
after
sponsors
PC Gaming
helping
show
make
these
this
last
possible.
few years.
Epic Game Store, iWin, Frontier, Funcom, Paradox, Interactive, Hovercast, Perfect World, Rebellion, Tripwire, and Samsung. As you know, PC
Ubisoft
Gaming
is at like
platform. It's not a publisher or developer. So
4
the sponsors
hour
are essential
after.
for letting us
Yeah.
put on this show every year. Thank you so much. And I gotta ask Frank, any titles you're excited about?
Well, I do love a baby elephant, so definitely Planet Zoo, and slightly more awkwardly, then I also want to eat things. Maybe elephants included, so man-eater, of course.
I'm personally looking forward to Songs of Conquest, and as you heard, there's games coming out all across 2019 and into 2020. We hope you all have a fantastic E3. It officially begins tomorrow. Big shout out to all the other press conferences. Hello again, Drop Frames. Good to see you 2 years in a row. We hope you all have a fantastic time at E3 and go play some games and make some friends.
He should have waved
See
to
you
the
next year.
corner to where their
Bye-bye.
webcams were. Missed opportunity. All right, that was PC Gaming, everyone. We don't have, but we have like 5 minutes we can use to go over it.
I don't have too much I want to talk about with it, so I'll probably just skip over a lot.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure everyone's fine with, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I'm just happy that I'm just happy more so they went for more stuff this year. It wasn't like they've improved over the years. Like it's not like super exciting.
Right.
But it's much better than like the original year where it's like, okay, Dev, come on, talk about your game for 20 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, the ads aren't that long either when they bring out like Samsung and stuff. Whereas the first year or two when they brought out AMD, it went way too long.
Yeah, it did. So it's improving, and I mean, it's time to fill until like there's something else to watch in that time.
Yeah, I mean,
my favorite thing was Terraria expansion.
Yep. I'm just gonna jump around, but you guys go first.
No, just say whatever you like most about it.
All right, I'll just say the names real quick. Starmancer, the
cool.
Terraria, Last Oasis, and I thought there was one more. No, I think that was actually it.
Yeah. What about you, Steven?
Let me have a look at my list again. Evil Geniuses 2 means I kind of want to check out the first one. Because I quickly had a quick look at the first one. It seems to be like rated pretty fairly on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
So seems good to check that out. Starmancers looks like a lot of fun. Looks like not exactly FTL, but kind of same style of manage your ship and such.
Mm-hmm.
Curious what Mosaic is, even though the trailer didn't show too much. I'm going to play Blip Blop. Midnight Ghost Hunt is a fresh trend on Prop Hunt.
Yeah, that would.
Oh
be...
yeah, Midnight Ghost Hunt. That was the one I couldn't think of.
Yeah, that one
Yeah.
looks dope. It
Yeah,
seems
just
like
nice
a
to
well
have-
thought out take on Prop Hunt.
Aye, it's just nice to have a prop hunt game where it's like, okay, this round I'm not going to do anything. It's like you can actually do something during that round instead of I'm going to sit in this corner and then if I get found, I'm going to run around in a circle and maybe randomly swap. At least there's something to do there.
Yeah.
Zombie Army 4, it exists.
There's a zombie army, and there's 4 of
Oh,
you.
I only heard good things about it originally, so like
Yeah.
the original 3, so should be kind of fun. Remnant from the Ashes, interested. Griftlands, Planet Zoo, Songs of Conquest looks beautiful. Yeah, it's probably
Warframe's
everything off
coming
the top
up.
of my head.
Warframe's coming up, TennoCon, beginning of July. For those interested in the expansion they're doing, what they said to be their largest. So it had a few things. I think it would be rude for them to cut things, but I still don't think they need a 2-hour-long show. But again, what are we gonna do in the meantime, anyways? So
Yeah.
that's it for that. I think we should now get ready for limited run.